Okay, I'm gonna tell you really a story. I'm gonna try to make it short, or I don't know how it goes. Anyways, my grandpa, my mom's dad, he used to live in a ranch, and he came to live with us for a couple of years. He had a room. He slept in the living room, but he had also we created a room in our garage, on the side of the garage, in a ranch that we lived in. He also slept there during the day, and then at nighttime he would sleep in the house. We have a bathroom, okay? We had a bathroom, of course, like in a different vlog. I think I told you guys that I have 4 brothers, and then I have my mom and my dad, which was 6 of us, and then my grandpa. We all had to share a bathroom. So instead of him at nighttime, instead of him going to the bathroom, for some odd reason, he would go outside. Now, outside, on the right side of our house, there was a little shed where we had our washer and dryer. And right outside of that little house, there was our dog that was tied up. Our dog wasn't tied up. We had a dog there, but he had a leash. So he would go, my grandpa would go over there towards where the dog was at, and I guess he would pee, which is really weird, but I never understood that. But anyways, moving on from that. So one day, he wakes up, and my mom has insomnia, which means that she cannot really sleep during the night. So she's up a lot during the night. So my grandpa was going outside, and he saw this. We had this huge window. Like, if you guys can see this window with blinds, we had one like this, but with no like curtains or anything like that. A little bit bigger than that in our kitchen. So he was going towards the kitchen, and you have to go towards the kitchen to go to the door. To go outside. He was going towards that, and he sees a lady like walking by, like, let's say from here, he starts seeing her walking that way, very slowly, in a white dress. Well, my grandpa right off doesn't think anything. He says, okay, well, maybe it's my daughter, right? So then he goes back to sleep. He's all like, I'm not gonna go out there, I'm just gonna go and lay down and then give it up. Okay, a while later passed, and she goes out, and then he gets up again, and he goes outside. While he's walking outside, he kind of has this feeling like this weirdly weird chills around that is like surrounding him or something. But I mean, it's nighttime and it's in a farm, so I mean, he's thinking it's maybe the climate or something like that. Yeah, it's cold or something. So he goes over there, and then once who's about to go like to the bathroom, like I said, he turns to his right, and on the side of the right, there's like this little bench outside. And once he turns to the right, he sees this lady in a white dress, like sitting down and with her head down and her hair down. And he said what the first instinct was, he thought it was my mom, and he thought maybe my mom and my dad had an argument or something, and for some reason she was outside, kind of like thinking, because I mean, it's the middle of the night, what are you gonna be doing outside, right? So he thinks that that's kind of weird and stuff like that. So he just says, oh, how are you? And my mom, or my supposedly mom, did not answer. The lady did not answer. So my grandpa said, well, he thought to himself, maybe it's just because maybe she doesn't want to talk, or just for some reason she's gonna do nothing. So he decided to sit next to her, and once he sits next to her, he feels like this whole bunch of like coldness like coming from her. So then he grabs his sweater, because he had a sweater on. He grabs his sweater, and then once he was gonna put it around her shoulders, so he goes like this, and can you come over here? And he's gonna go like this and put it around her shoulders, and when he goes like this, if you guys can see, I'm looking at her, he goes like this and looks at her, and there was no face. It was just basically a body with no face.
Oh my god.
So he got freaked out. The first thing he did was let his hands go. He says he has no idea how he did it, but basically he jumped from where he was at, like next to the washing machine, what I told you, and all of a sudden all he realizes is that he's already inside the house. So he has no idea how the heck fast he ran from where he was at to the inside of the house. Now let me tell you, inside of he is about, I want to say 65, 70 years old. I don't know how he ran, but he ran so quickly that all he knows is that as soon as he saw that lady had no face, he was right already inside the house, and he just went to sleep. He turned on the TV and went to sleep, because then the next morning when I woke up, the TV was on, and I kind of thought it was weird. I thought my grandpa had woken up before me and just had fallen asleep again. But that is a story. I try to make it as quick as I can, but I can't really make it quick because I will miss all the details. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to continue hearing more of the weird stories that happened to my house. If you guys rather me do them quickly or you guys want it more detailed, that way I can just make a video about it instead of just adding it onto our vlog. But that is one of many stories that has happened in my family. Like I said, my family is weird, and a lot of weird and scary things have happened. I was gonna say a different word, but things. And she's getting used to doing that a lot. But my son was over here smiling when he was at the kitchen table eating something.
That's weird. You never told us that you told us something about like your grandpa seeing this woman, but you never told us like that actual story.
Because I don't want to scare you guys. But anyway.
Oh,
but anyways, we are gonna end this vlog. It is already late, and well, not too late, but it's late for them to be up and they have to go to school. I have to finish editing